of the Faculty of Management and Social Sciences, I would like to invite a very vibrant personality to speak about a timely relevant topic. With the current pandemic situation, both you and I are witnessing some of the detrimental effects. And among them, there are certain industries which have impacted because of these negative impacts. So among them, the logistics and then transportation industry is something that is hampered in various ways across air, freight, as well as sea segments. So to talk about the challenges and way forward in the new normal scenario, from a logistics and transportation perspective, I would like to invite the most suitable personality to address this. So he's none other than the Dean of Faculty of Management and Social Sciences, Professor Dr. Lalit Edirasinghe. Professor, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Warmly welcome to all of you. And let's go for this presentation today. Let me share the screen. So the topic for the day for me is the challenges and the way forward in the new normal scenario from the logistics and transportation perspectives. So as Damsi explained, there are impacts due to this COVID problem, but at the same time, logistics and transportation itself is a very complicated area. Therefore, when it combined with a problem like the COVID situation, so it definitely needs to be studied, researched, and find solutions for the subsequent situation, that is the new normal scenario. So since this logistics transportation to some extent is familiar to you all, but if you take the logistics, it's somewhat a kind of a complicated or rather unclear area for some of you maybe. So that I will start this presentation with a story. The story told by Winnie Wong. She is the senior transport specialist from the World Bank. Now she says, back in 2007, when I applied, that is Winnie Wong, applied to graduate schools in the United States, nothing could beat the excitement of handing over my applications to FedEx. Then she goes on to say, a few months later, it was UPS that brought me the offer letter from MIT, transforming my destiny from a rural girl in China into a truly global citizen. I had never been on an airplane or anywhere out of my homeland before my flight to Cambridge. 2 years ago, in 2019, life brought me to the World Bank office in Sri Lanka near the port of Colombo, one of the 20th most well-connected ports in the world. Now she goes on to say, watching a busy port at work can be endlessly fascinating. It still gives me a thrill to see the giant ships glide by laden with containers carrying cargo from halfway across the world, including recently all our household goods, especially boxes upon boxes of my children's favorite toys. It's logistics that made all happen. It's logistics that made it all happened. Winnie Wong, senior transport specialist from the World Bank. Now, this is the story that I wanted to narrate before I do my presentation for you all to get an idea of what this logistics and transport scenario in the new normal after the COVID. So this presentation will contain 4 areas in the next 20 minutes or rather 18 minutes. What is logistics and transport, the new normal scenario, logistics and transport challenges due to COVID, and way forward in NNS, that is new normal scenario. So logistics and transport. In commercial terms, logistics is explained as the strategic management of the flow of goods and services from the production floor to the consumers. The transport refers to take or carry people or goods from one place to another by means of a vehicle, aircraft, or ship. So why are logistics and transport combined? You all know, if you take a undergraduate degree in logistics, it says Bachelor of Science, honors in logistics and transport. Even the PhD in transportation management, or rather transportation planning and logistics management. So this goes hand in hand. Why? Because you know logistics kind of as explained earlier, it's something to do with the freight and cargo movement and that kind of thing. So, but this logistics gives both denotative and connotative meanings, two kinds of meanings. So literally, logistics is managing a complex activity under challenging conditions to derive maximum output using minimum resources. So since transport is more of an operation, when you combine these two, logistics and transport system, it is a strategically developed system of conveying people or goods from place to place. So it's not only just conveying, but strategically developed system. So that strategically developed system come into play with the combination of logistics. This is how it happens. Now let's see how this is happening. So when you take the strategic business model, the strategic LTS operation model, there are 4 things happening. Mainly the manufacturing and trading. Manufacturing denotes the supply side. Trading denotes the demand side. And then you can see the double both sides arrows coming for transport to one side, logistics to the other side. And not only that, then you can see warehousing and inventory management. So when you take the entire thing, it's kind of a circle. You have manufacturing and trading happening. So to make it available to your consignee, you need the logistics and transport. And on the way to the consumers from the manufacturer, or even from the raw material manufacturer to the goods manufacturer, you need warehousing and inventory management. So it goes round and round. So this particular model is extracted from the first logistics book in Sinhala. If you really want to get this in Sinhala medium, You can refer to that book. This is a translation of that particular model. So the next one is, let's see the COVID impact to the fundamentals, the 8 logistics fundamentals, how the COVID has impacted. Now, as I mentioned earlier, you can see you have the manufacturer to start with, then the transport comes, then you do the warehousing, back and forth, and then finally it goes to the consumer. How does this happen? You need to ensure certain things, where you need to have the right or the correct product in place at the correct price, in the correct quantity, with the correct quality, using the correct statutory methods, because you will be sending these goods from country to country. The customs and various other statutory bodies are involved. And then you have to deliver it at the right time. And not only that, that particular information has to go back and forth and to deliver to the right place. So there are 8 fundamentals when you complete a logistics operation, right? So finally, it goes to from the manufacturer to the consumer by completing, or rather complying with, all these 8 fundamentals. So what happens with the COVID? So in the COVID challenges, you get various problems in between. You didn't get the right product. Prices have gone up. You don't have the correct quantity in place. Most of the time, not the quality that you expected. You have a lot of problems in between the statutory bodies. You get a lot of delays, so it's not coming on time. Informations are all duplicated sometimes not received the information. Because of this COVID situation, some officers are not working. And it has not been delivered to the right place also, because due to the delays. So these are the challenges due to the COVID situation faced by the logistics and transport industry. So now let's see the second point, the new normal scenario, what it is. So the new normal, what do you mean by the new normal? We used this particular word since we started talking about COVID. So when you say new normal, it is it can be defined as the state of current situation or social custom that is different from what has been experienced or done before, but is expected to become usual or typical over time. Now you can see this is happening. Those who were reluctant to use face mask in the beginning of COVID, now very patiently wearing it, and used to go from place to place, right? And those who wanted to have very social lives, now gradually getting changed their daily routine patterns and their cultural other activities, right? So it is expected to become usual or typical over time, right? So this is what we call a new normal. So the point is that the COVID-19 pandemic is leaving its footprint all over the world, all over the world. No country, no society, no industry, no nationality, no religion were able to be exempted. So as the logistics and transport sector. We call it short form LTS. So new normal scenario and logistics and transport sector. Let's put it together. Logistics and transport sector is highly vulnerable to economic shocks because it's a derived demand of global trading. For example, the demand for ship is derived from the demand for the goods that they carry. Unless two countries are doing trading between the two countries, then there is no need of ship sailing from one country to the other. It's only that the need for transport of goods derive the demand for the transport. So now you have got an idea about the logistics and transport and then the new normal scenario. Now let's look at the logistics and transport challenges due to COVID. We explained this in the beginning with the fundamentals, but let's see the real situation. What is happening now? The realistic situation, logistics and transport challenges due to COVID. It's a severe supply chain disruption in all manufacturing sectors. You all will agree to that. And less research about pandemic impact on transportation and logistic disruption. This is a real challenge in this sector. Because anyway, this logistics and transport sector, compared to the other sectors, had less research, I must say. So even for this pandemic situation, although it is quite new situation, we can see, unlike other areas, the research are happening at very moderate levels. We can't say no, but it's a moderate level. But the change in the individual purchasing behavior is very much noticed, which is caused by the panic buying and increasing home consumption. And there is a widespread damage to the airline, tourism, and hospitality sectors, including others, but this is more, we can say, affected. And you can say this 94% of the Fortune 1000 companies are affected due to COVID. The lean and globalized business structures, because people in supply chains believed that the most profitable way to do the lean stocks, but now it is got affected. And the firms are now vulnerable to supply chain disruptions due to ad hoc halt in production and logistics activities. And there are unbearable increase in freight charges. So what is the impact? When the freight charges increased, obviously the consumer goods, the prices will get up. You can see the difference. See from the April 2020. In April 2021, you can see from this 4,000, 3,000 level has gone up to 9,000. And see the impact with the GDP in the maritime sector. You can see the minus. Earlier we saw this minus in 2009 with the USA recession. And then again in 2020, now we can see again minus. And see the GDP impact. And to the maritime trade to the GDP ratio and the average ratio all have got impacted. And see, for a container, if you take, it has been increased 3 times. Right. Now, knowing that the realistic situation, we came from the theoretical perspectives to the reality, and now normal scenario. The Harvard Business Review says that diversify your supply base. Diversify your supply base, because you cannot depend on your only supplier. It's a problem. So the decade in 2030 will be a major turning point in the history of mobility and logistics. The logistics and transport industry need to be open to the new insights and out of the box thinking. This is what you all are doing now, research. We need out of the box thinking coming from research. The e-commerce market will surge at a compound annual growth rate of 20% between 2019 to 2023 to become a $100 billion market. And there will be a shift in consumers' preference from in-store to online store platforms, and that increase to be accommodated. And then expedite the implementation of this recommended strategy. Just keeping those implementation for the future won't help. Now the future has come already, and we need to be addressing this public-private partnership and seek expert consultation by academia. So the academia should be ready to give consultation to the government and the industry. How are you going to give consultation? Research. The academia has to do research and give recommendations. This is what we do now. Now see, just to add something to that, rather than just giving an idea overall, let's see what SINEC has done to contribute to the current situation in logistics and transport. A National Advisory Committee for Logistics and Transport has been already formulated in consultation with Ministry of Transport, and it will really look into the research, because SINEC has a lot of research base related to maritime, logistics, supply chain. So we expect to do a lot of research, and that the results has to be forwarded to this National Advisory Committee for them to make use of them, and then plan. Planning alone is not enough. The implementation and then the monitoring. And then the SINEC has given the leadership to formulate, or rather establish, a national day for logistics, that is to signify the amalgamation of transport with logistics. It's to a cabinet paper, because as I mentioned earlier, logistics and transport has to go hand in hand, but we have a Ministry of Transport, not a Ministry of Logistics and Transport. So this has to be corrected. So we have done the initiative with the support of the Ministry of Transport, who understood this situation. And the National Strategy on Sustainable Freight Transport in Sri Lanka. This report prepared by United Nations ESCAP. So that report has 7 priorities. Its item number 4 refers to the digital platform for container handling. So SINEC has taken this task, and last almost 4 years, this has been happening, but it was really understood that with the COVID situation, the number of empty containers piled up in various countries have gone really up. This is one of the reasons for the high freight cost these days. So this SINEC is developing a digital platform combining decision science, ICT, and inventory management for above purpose, and will offer it to the national use after obtaining the patent. So this is the kind of situation. Now we saw different perspectives, and from the beginning, if you take it, we discussed about the logistics and transport, its theoretical framework, and then moving on to the new normal scenario. And then we discussed about in the new normal scenario, what from the theoretical side, what was the impact, and then the practical side, what was the impact. We discussed that, and then we moved on to the next step, how to solve it, what is the way forward. So this is the end of the presentation, and I wish that all of you will try to understand this situation, the importance of logistics and transport in the new normal scenario. And those who are in this area, working in this area, to do their research, and not only doing the research, make it available for the country's benefit. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor, for sharing that interesting and then valuable insights with all of our participants. So next we will be moving to our technical sessions. And before we move towards it, I would like to share the session plan with all of you. Well, thank you so much once again for joining with us. Now you can join with your respective technical session with the given links. Thank you so much once again. Have a productive day. Thank you.